Oops, wrong way. Ooh. You shall be purified by the motive force, blasphemous. No.
Grant none.
What the heck? Why are they so far away? Oh, gosh. Okay, Edward, I think this will be your first death. Enjoy. But yeah, remember me saying that, maybe they will attack us, because we're also intruders? Oh, I hate to be right. Yeah, great.
My
We'll
place
just
is at the
take
fore.
Ian's. Can I hit you? No.
At your beck and call.
24% hit.
It will be done.
Yep. Oh, it's not even Edward. Who are you? Argenta. Oh gosh. Our sniper's the only one in the middle of a battle. Yeah, that sucks.
I'll see to
Here
it
you go,
personally.
Abelard. Come on. Nope. We're so not hitting anything. Why did she even go there alone? We had the whole group selected. That is such a stupid setup.
Naturally.
It will work out. Oh, 2 to 5 damage. Maybe it won't.
But of course, Lord Captain.
It's finally a hit. It's also nice that Argenta's almost the
Be
last
careful
one
not to cross my
to
gaze.
act.
I
You, my
am a
friend.
navigator, not a servitor.
Help my gaze. Dead.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Do not dare ask.
Come on, Heinrix. I can't get close enough. Go.
Holy terror! Smite your enemies!
Okay, let's use dash to get
I'll do
away.
it.
You wonder why Argenta can't move normally.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, party people. Now you get it. Let's start with you.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Really enough? Ah, now we can move again because of our equipment.
Doubt is for the weak. Power resides in the will of the righteous. I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Dead.
As the tactical imperative dictates.
Go.
Request approved.
Don't think I can shoot that far. Nope. See? Just one square shot. Oh well. Me and my friends. Okay, finally close enough.
Pathetically sound approach.
Bash in some skulls.
At your beck and call. I took care of this one.
Nice. Okay.
It will be done.
Ooh. 2 hits. Close to no damage, but hey.
Don't let your guard down.
Here, Argenta.
I'll make it happen.
The shot. Ooh, we can attack both. Or not. Yeah, there's something in the way. I accept
Is a
that.
prayer.
High momentum.
That was another
Accept your
turn.
lot.
Okay, let's just go here.
God Emperor, move
We can just
through
shoot
me.
through
Be
them.
the fire in my heart. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
So next, it's your time next. What does it even do? What does it do? Ends turn. Ah, it's true. It's passing on all the that's why I'm confused. It's part of the ability of Edward that can pass on the additional turn.
I'll do it.
Abelard. Ah, not too bad, but I can't do anything. Well. Edward, here you go. Now we almost did a full cycle. Oh well.
For the throne's glory.
And let's purge your soul.
Let's see to it.
It deals way too little damage for my liking. There's no resistance against it. How do you resist against that? Direct damage. Increased demons above 50. So, I mean, that should deal quite a lot of damage. 2 times resolve divided by 4. Oh well. Come at me. Argenta.
Faith without eradicated.
Just gonna skip a little through this fight.
As the Emperor strike is a prayer.
Alrighty. Oh, they don't have any loot at all. The circular cogitator. Ripley's hiding place must be nearby.
Rise to the top, or get
Still
left in the dust.
thinking of this thing. But if we don't need this to go to the Electropriests, let's say we go to the Electropriests first and see if we maybe there find out anything more about this hymn. Circular cogitator. The machine altar accept the contact circuit restoration vibe. Well.
I always keep my options open.
Let's see what's inside here. Quite a few of them. Our Impulse 6. Shortish, muscular man wearing the scarlet colors of the priest of Mars steps into your path. The wrinkles on his cheeks and forehead point to his propensity. I don't think I ever heard that word. Point to his propensity for frequent outbursts of fierce anger, but right now he's showing no signs of aggression. Glowing blue patterns of electric tattoos, or electus, show through his orderly bluish-tinted skin. The man's eye sockets are dark and empty, but he turns his face straight toward you with no hesitation. He has a sharp, screeching voice, Not like a bird's cawing. I think my vocal shorts wouldn't like if I do that. May the change of the Omnisire persist in the hands of the faithful. Like really screeching? May the motive force persist in the batteries. Another blind heretic to battle. I also don't think that they would appreciate if I go like, ah, you're not under my protection. So let's just say hello first. It would make the sign of the Aquila. The Emperor protects. The man responds coldly, as if giving a military command. The Omnisire knows all, comprehends all. The hallowed Electrodynamic Cenobium receives you, pilgrim. I am Impulse 4. 6. A servant of the motive force and the praetor electroid of this sacred monastery. Yeah, just outside this room are dead people from you. But well, they attacked first. Pasqal bows down humbly before the man. A trill of Veneric signs and signals comes from his vox, to which the praetor responds with a solemn gesture of blessing. Pasqal turns to you and says, the rank of praetor electroid is a sign of high standing within the Electropriests fraternity. You have been granted an audience is a great honor. You have the honor of hosting the rogue trader of House von Valencius. I urge you to follow Probetica to interject him with the eminent bearer of the sacred warrant. Within these walls, worldly titles are nothing before the motive force. Your deeds, however, speak far louder than titles, for your path here is sprayed with the blood of desecrators. Huh. True. I was just like, okay, what would have happened if we went directly there? But, we got from the fake Abel, we got the, right him to enter here, so not possible the other way around, I guess. I have a few questions about this place and the people in it. Truth is like light, blocking its path is criminal. Great Electroid, it's majestic. Who are you? The hard-working servants and dwellers of the Cenobium, Electropriests of the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Corporazi. It is a great honor by entrusting into our care the sacred relic around which the hallowed Electrodynamic Cenobium was built. So this power core. So, what exactly do you believe in? We've devoted ourselves to the worship of that aspect of the machine god which is known as the motive force. This blessed divine spark that creates impetus in the universe. The Omnisire, in his mercy, gave the world the gift of the motive force, and we follow its impulses in order to increase it, bring it to lay people, protect it from unholy hands. Ah, motive force is just electricity. That took quite some time. Wow, Ethan. The relic that this monastery protects provides the entire planet of Norris with the blessed motive force, and we, unworthy though we are glad to serve the ancient machine that dwells in this place. No, tell me more about your relic. It would be pointless to describe the miraculous fusion reactor. Only through beholding its ferocious power can one comprehend its blessed essence and fear the might of the Omnisire. Its core was found 4,000 years ago and delivered to the Recatmanoris by the holy warrior of Faithlock Impulse. I, during one of these campaigns... no, I'm reading wrong. By the holy warrior of the Faithlock Impulse I, during one of these campaigns. Its sacred spot has not gone out for an instant. The walls and power units of the Cenobium have been erected around the relic in order to protect it from ignorant people, as well as protect it from its incredible might. Pasqal keeps solemnly silence. The quick clicking of the mechadendrite's claw betrays his excitement at being so close to the sacred archaeotech. Yeah, more and more it seems like they just don't get certain technological things, like not how they work or why they work, but like what you need to do to them to work. And so they construct those rituals. It's a very interesting take. You know, you're not like the other members of the Adeptus Mechanicus I've met so far. Our faith imposes a duty of obedience on us. Every Electropriest is given numerous electues that combine in a blessed Volta-Guise circuit, allowing feeble flesh to withstand the might of the motive force. That is why our skin glows with its light, and our eyes boil and melt when we are ordained. Charming. Also interesting that you do have some parallels with Aurora's cult, right? With the eyes, and well, Aurora uses light, they use electricity. The unsanctionized tears is what we call this phenomenon, this dying away of unworthy flesh. As we shun the layperson's primitive means of looking at the world, we gain the ability to sense the motive force around us with our entire bodies. I think I understand everything. Everything. The whole world now became clear. I am pleased to hear, and be the conductor of truth. So, why exactly are you calling me a pilgrim? Only these lay people who desire to experience the motive force are allowed to cross the monastery's threshold. All others are profaners and criminals. You do not belong to the fraternity of Electropriests, but your intentions are good. If you are not seeking the unsanctionized wisdom, then it was the motive force itself that brought you here to find it. So, what happened here, and how did you manage to survive? When the heretics descended in droves upon the Cenobium, we gave battle, but the unholy foes buried the unsanctionized warriors under a mass of their bodies, thus extinguishing the defender's sparks of purity. It was then that I ordered my few surviving brethren to retreat into the monastery's secret chambers. Upon taking refuge there, we began to destroy the blasphemous intruders in such rapturous ways. Alas, as furious as my brethren's anger was, I had no right to permit them to die in honest combat. The task of taking back our abode still lay ahead for us. These lightning-shrouded holy men and women trail after sacred machines and the men of pilgrims and mendicants following the reliquaries of an ecclesiastical saint. In times of war, these priests will raise a great chorus of praise to the Omniscire, their weapons buzzing with murderous energy, also known as Luminon or the Spark of Life. Electropriests exist as two lesser orders of the tech priest hierarchy, known as the Fulgurites and the Corpuscari. Interesting. Thanks, Alistair. I had to look them up, but I didn't really know much about them. Yeah, I mean, also given what Pasqal says, they don't seem to be that common, or that sharing, maybe, with knowledge. I must commend the skill with which your secret chambers are concealed. Maybe a tinge of wounded pride in Heinrix's words, as if he's upset about failing to discover the Electropriest shelter. Your choice of tactics was wise and well. There was no point in losing more lives in the massacre that the cultists wrought. The leader of the heretics fought her way into the Yark wherein dwells the miraculous fusion reactor. She's trying to desecrate the rite of operation with her unholy litanies so that the relic may be corrupted and the worlds of Rikat Monoris may perish in a fort fire. But my brethren, in their magnetic meditation, are hampering her efforts by chanting access request prayers in unison, thereby suppressing the commands that the blasphemers enter. Great Electroid nods towards his entranced comrades, I guess those here. This holy place will be protected against sacrilege practices, I swear it. You know, in this monastery I was attacked by people who looked like Electropriests. Not that far away, you can see them too. That is lamentable mistake. We know of no help that was on its way, and were not expecting to encounter any allies in the monastery's chambers. But I see that you are alive, and I mourn the senseless deaths of my brethren. Yeah, I mean, they didn't want to talk. I wonder if you would have so touchingly mourned the Lord Captain's death, or such sentiments would have only been awakened by the sound of our void ship delivering a punitive strike from orbit. Kinda good point. You know, my enforcers and the Governor's guards can help you reclaim the monastery. I cannot allow this. Lay people are forbidden from visiting the monastery, and only a select few are allowed to behold the Ark and the relic within. You and your retinue are pilgrims of a special status bestowed by the Emperor. However, should any soldier unblessed by the Omnissiah cross the monastery's threshold, I will deem them a heretic and have them put to death. Sigh. You don't make it very easy to help you. And I mean, I was like, Heinrix didn't really go with us, but I mean he's also kind of sent by the Emperor. Confirmed. Presence of lay people on monastery grounds without the Praetor's Electropriests' blessing will be regarded as sacrilegious violation of the holy rite of operation. Heinrix opens his mouth for a second to say something, but changes his mind and quietly clears his throat instead. Yeah, I think I would react similarly, like, that's so stupid, but it doesn't help to say that. Cassia nods thoughtfully. Yes, I see. Also, Salia follows similar rules when it comes to outsiders. Yeah, and also with House of Salio, we had to save the day because of those rules. Are we vindictive or not? I mean, it's about blowing up a whole planet, so... You know, a true person of faith would never have hidden unless the enemy take over their temple. Great Electroid's face becomes stone-like. My body is brimming with the fury of motive force that wants to be unleashed upon the heretics of dare to desecrate my temple. This is pride. It is incompatible with my rank and my duties. So, without us, they were not expecting help from the outside. They would have just waited for them to desecrate their temple and blowing up the whole planet? What? Okay. Alright, I wish to go to the Holy Reactor. The Ark is hidden from pilgrims' eyes, but considering the extraordinary circumstances of your visit to the monastery, I grant you that right. The hall that leads to the High Reliquary has been barred by the enemy, but I will open a secret path for you. Enter the Ark and experience the motive force, pilgrim. We will pray to the security systems. Who killed the security systems? That they may refrain from punishing you for your intrusion. Yeah, I must press on. May the charge of the Omnissiah grace persist in the batteries of the unfaithful. Sorry, my mind is kind of skipping words sometimes. Oh well. I don't get you people. More initiative. And for saying that, let's steal some of your loot. I mean, into the bowels of the monastery. Nice, so this whole thing is like just one huge fusion reactor. And we have so many trophies. I like.
Is there money to be made?
There she is, Aurora and the fusion reactor. But you can't really see Aurora. They joined me in this fight. I wonder why they didn't help you. I don't know. Good question, and now that you say it, in the beta they also helped me. Weird. And I don't know why. Because I mean, I ask everything, so I don't know. The face of the woman who stands before you is hidden behind a grotesque barred mask, yet the voice pouring out beneath it belongs to someone else. It's the husky, somber bass of Void Wolf, Border, Ship. Predictable your path is. Static. All the possible depths you have skirted, only to perish here, in the fiery tempest that will mark the final dawn. The woman turns her mask to Pasqal and gloats. You have arrived just in time, little cock. The Mechanicals use your regalia like a mask to subdue the reactor. Ooh. Is it a schismatical possessing her? His voice rasped musingly. Cock. I cannot comprehend why apostates try to insult me by comparing me to the sacred symbol of our faith. It is irrational. His visor lights up like crimson herald of bloodshed, and his ready mechanism rides worse viciously as it readies to strike. The sacred cock grinds all corruption to dust. From dust will build order. Mark of Zinch on the floor. Yeah, we saw that quite a few times on Ricard Manoris. Pasqal announced my arrival. Usually it's Abelard. You know, what a talented enemy. Can you do the governor's voice? I cannot. Slaves such as you and he have no voice. You are mute. I mean, you can still understand me if I have no voice, right? The one's voice breaks and shifts to a different pitch than timbre. Martyr's voice, young, fervent, and in pain. Time has all but run out. I can hear the first of the future knocking on the door of the present. Choose quickly what you want to be when it walks in. A blind self to what is gone, a faithful servant of what it is to come, or a corpse. It'll take some time to wrest from you the details of the future that the cult prophesies. Hopefully, when we are done, what is left of you will still be capable of coherent speech. But you'll be living as a torch blazing for his glory. Argenta's voice burns with pure hatred and trembles with impatience to make the promise come true. Yeah, I don't think we really have a choice, right? Oh, we would? If we had heretical follower level, we would have a unique option. I wonder what it would be. Yeah, lots of change in this game so far. Cassia squints and looks away. Yellows, reds, violets, oranges, blues. Bright colors that scorch the eyes. But where the motley mask ends, nothing. The color's void remains. Who are you? Let's go back to the deep voice. My name is known to you. I'm Aurora, servant to Urulon the Cruel and the spark of the final dawn that is destined to set Ricard Manoris ablaze. Who is Urulon the Cruel? Is that also a demon? Or was that one of the Chaos Gods? A great powerful one who was born into the Imperium's bondage, but shunned her predestination in favor of the changes promised by the Edge of Daybreak. The Edge of Daybreak. Met them also in the beginning. The Edge of Daybreak. Is that your unholy patron? Our teacher, our savior, our merciful god, born in the Imperium out of the woes of those laboring under a legacy of ignorance and servitude. I cannot see the woman's face behind the mask, but judging by her tone of malicious triumph, I could swear she's smiling. And he remembers you, Edward von Valencius, the silly savior fantasy you've been acting out amused as the true masters of those people's fates. Are you mocking my iconoclast ways? So, whose servant are you? Wrong voice. Whose servant are you? Is Urulon a demon, or just another heretic? Sounding laughter comes from behind the mask. Your flippancy is so amusing. Why? You have no inkling of the chasm that separates us. He is a prophet who foresaw our impending doom and who graciously bestowed upon us the right to choose a different path. He is a shard of ancient wisdom from a time before we were slaves to our bitter predestination. Not really an answer. Rogue Trader, I can't wait to close this creature's mouth with the seal of death. Are you saying a glorious deed for yourself? I want all the information we can get and then we kill her, Argenta. So, what is this final dawn? It is all your followers ever talk about. Salvation from a death whose name is yet unknown, but whose approach is sensed by many. Soon it will claim every inhabitant of the Koronus Expanse. Do you think anyone will come to our aid when the cataclysms shake our homes and planet-wide genocides are unleashed? Will the Emperor help? Or the Idol of Iron they call the Omnisire? No. We will die alone and abandoned. Only one deity is promising salvation, the Edge of Daybreak. Mercy and salvation will come to all who believe in him and purify their souls in the light of the final dawn. Yeah, pretty much sounds like a Chaos God. What servitude are you talking about? What predestination? But I have to insert something. With this all being very heretical, and you can go full-on heretical run, I wonder if you had like heretical follower status, if you could join her and you wouldn't have to fight her. Probably not, but it would be cool. Everyone born in the Imperium has predestination. The soldier, the commoner, the administratum official, the technomat, the void rats, all are consigned to serving the Golden Throne and then dying a grim death for its glory. Well, Warhammer 40K in a nutshell. The Imperium never thinks twice about treating people as exploitable and expendable. After all, they are almost easily replenished of all resources. On the other hand, you want to destroy a whole planet. Can you judge? I don't like Teams having me in his sights. He's generally one of the most uncaring of the Chaos Gods. Even your path is predestined, Rogue Trader. You will inevitably perish on your quest to expand humanity's domain, and your end will be particularly grim and ghastly. The fruit of your efforts will be enjoyed by others, the eternal aristocrats who dwell on Mars, Terra, and other safe worlds. She might be a secret heretical companion. It'd also would be quite insane. They insist that it is the natural order of things, and that is a lie. It is an order that benefits them. Yeah, look who's talking. Why are you blinding people? Do you think they are blind? They see far more than you do. Through reflections and mirrors blessed by the energies of the Materium, the Edge of Daybreak reveals them visions of true existence and gives them glimpses of what's to come. The eyes lie. Whereas the Wire Masters have taught them to see only what is consistent, the lies they tell. The gifts we give is that of true sight. The woman takes a glass prism out of the folds of her clothes and looks at you through it with a mocking chuckle. The prism's bluish-pink sheen imprints itself on your retinas, though it has been burned into her. Guess what I see when I look at you? Depends on what it is. I want that, I want to have it, probably that's very heretical. I think that's enough heretical talk. Persuasion of a truth always frighten ignorant minds. You know, you people wanted my hats. Why? Brother Twilight, known to you as Conrad, marked you as a target. Your foiling of his plan sealed your death warrant. It is now predestined certainty that changes can no longer affect. Conrad seems to be pretty high up in this cult. Do we even have to ask if she's trying to blow out the reactor? I don't think so. Enough! I will regard Minoris of your tyranny. The woman's voice becomes thin and brittle, like that of an innocent child. Execute them in the name of Edge of Daybreak. The Electropriests rip their hands off the command panels and rending their flesh on the stakes that pierce them. Their schismatically controlled bodies are imbued with the motive force radiance. All the unfortunate can do is scream in horror and plead for swift death. Aurora begins muttering an unholy litany in broken Gothic. Succeeded. Can cannot make out the blasphemous words of the name the heretics keep repeating on the edge of daybreak. Digs into your hearing like a blade into defenseless flesh. It sounds so almost physically painful. It spawns strange and impossible phantoms in your mind. However, you muster the strength and banish it from your mind.